Hello, you trash bag bunch. Jim Sterling here, and what do we have here? This is Into the Dark Ultimate Trash Edition. Perhaps the most blatant and shameless example of what I call YouTube fodder, where games are being lol so random or being shit horror games or whatever to appeal to people on YouTube, and, here I am doing a video on YouTube falling right into the trap. But I'm interested. This is a game that is proud of how bad it is. I will actually, before we get into it, read you a bit of their store Steam page description. It goes like as follows. Don't even dare to hope for state-of-the-art graphics, or proper balancing, professional voice acting, or breathtaking script writing. This here is 100% pure trash, an adventure shooter hybrid with gazillions of bad jokes, dozens of pop culture references, and a hidden dense net of subversive intelligent messages related to post-World War II politics. So yeah, they say they've got boobies, hookers, zombies, Nazis, and even Nazi zombies, and they're proud of all their bugs and errors and whatnot. I am curious as to whether this will be Spinal Tap bad, which is clearly talented people who are being bad in a clever way that it's still entertaining, or whether they're just gonna be fucking shit. We will find out. I've got no problem with ironically, knowingly bad things. I mean, just look at every single fucking video I've ever made.
Now I'm sitting in Antarctica freezing my ass off. How could that happen?
But there's a line.
Let's start from the beginning.
Let's find out.
My name is Peter Brenner.
If this crosses
Peter
it.
Brennan, as I call myself now. I came to the States at the age of 14. Never lost my Austrian accent, but got my US citizenship pretty soon. I thought it's a good idea to show my new loyalty and join the army right after college. Good idea? Ha! 9/11 hit the country bad and sent me into the deserts of Iraq.
Okay.
And trying to survive. When I came back, I signed up for a nice, quiet job with the New Jersey State Police. It was a little bit boring. And with boring, well...
How is it boring? There is giant dice!
I had to admit, I started drinking. So when they threw me out of the police force, at least they got me a PI license. And some first jobs that paid pretty well. However, in the end, I had spent the money and found myself hunting cheating husbands and looking for, lost cats in the streets. And the little money I earned with that was spent on gambling, on bets, and on booze.
Okay, well, brilliant.
I was going down a road to hell until I ran into Sam.
That's a lot of backstory for
Sam?
A proudly shite game.
Only very few people are allowed to call me that. The name is Samantha Miller, and I run the fraud investigation department at WTY Insurances. You wouldn't believe how many people try to make some easy money on insurance fraud. People crash their own cars, burn their own houses.
I don't feel like I need to commentate much.
Their own toes to cash on our back. If they try that, I always get them caught. But there are more difficult cases, and sometimes I'm out of legal options to do my job. And this is where Pete jumps in. At first, he was
This is a lot of exposition.
Who tried to pick me up in a bar, but when I realized how clever he could be, I offered him a job instead of getting him laid. And sometimes he's the key to my success. Like in the case at hand. Dr. Andrew Edwards here died at the age of 85. Nothing unusual so far. Not even
Don't mind me, I'm just
his life insurance has to
getting my predator figure on the desk to stand up of his own power.
To say the least.
Fed up of leaning him on my fucking monitor.
Several associations targeting communist activities in America and the Center for Transhuman Progress. I ran a background check.
Fucking hell.
That was when it got really weird. There were no birth records, no insurance records, no driver's license.
Alright, so Doc Brown died.
In the system dated before 1991. The insurance fees had been paid by a company on the Cayman Island. And the only official asset known is a hut in the woods.
What language is that written in?
To my surprise, I didn't get a search permit for the hut. Technically, my investigations ran into a dead end. At least the legal part.
I stopped listening ages
So
ago.
I
What the hell's
decided to
happening?
take the high road, but I wouldn't drive it myself. I needed a scapegoat for the worst case scenario. And who would be better than...
So is she American? Because they both sound like they come from the same general region, but only he had a backstory
At
for
least
that.
not too drunk to get the idea of what I proposed. With 10 millions at stake, his share would be 2 millions if he succeeded in getting any proof of unnatural death. My company would refuse payment to the shady heirs. Pete would be rich, and I would have a realistic chance of becoming the youngest member in the boards of directors.
And you could fix your mouth.
In the end, it's all about the money.
Right. Here we go, level 1, into the cabin. Jesus Christ. By default, the use key is enter. You can remap all the... Oh dear. Oh, you have to go into the root folder to do any change. Fucking hell. It's also really loud now. At least on my end. Oh god. The tension is unbearable.
Oh my god,
Here we go.
it smells like rotten flesh. Drenched in whiskey. Oh wait, that's me.
Mission log updated. Okay, here we go. So the swine flu is just a joke. Become a nurse because the old nurses mysteriously died. Ha 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 ha! Brilliant.
Let's cut it short. The room is a mess, everything is full of blood, and there is something like a corpse here. So what did your client do?
According to his records, he was some kind of scientist.
Okay, I'm not moving.
Let me see. Ah, biology.
There is something like a corpse. Action. So I have to move over and press enter to pick something up. Hint 1. God, I'm leaning forward. Yeah. Can hear something clumping about. Jumps. Stop him and the job's done. What's that? Popular mechanics. Okay, anyway, on we go. Up the old stairs. How much did this cost again? Let me double check the price on this. 'Cause sometimes it pays to know, doesn't it? $9.99. This really does become one of those, if a game knows it's shit, like, is it really satire or is it just shit? But you know. Oh, hello. Right. Okay.
Sam! I got attacked by a naked freak!
Naked? Male or female?
I can't even read that, I'm not gonna
Rotten.
bother.
And I had no time to look at the private parts. But I suppose, yeah, I guess, male?
Ah, poor Pete.
You
I
could
don't know
at
why
least
the
pretend
camera's
that you
swaying
believe me.
like that. It's not the controller, that's accounted for. That just happens. Okay. Why isn't E the pickup thing like every normal game? Right, back here before we were interrupted. Manipulating the right switch box.
I guess I have to override the switch box. Ha.
Well, how'd I do that? Find us. What was that? Find a. Oh, I'm gonna have to try and read this. I don't know. I should take my gun with me. Something. It's a text. Find a piece of wire in order to short the circuits of the switch box downstairs. Right. I can hear footsteps again. So where might there be wire? Medkit. Press enter to patch yourself up. Fucking hell. Right. Dark as fuck as well, can't see anything. There's a gun anyway. Okay, watching a tape. Is this public domain footage they found and have whacked in there? One assumes so. That's enough of that.
So the dog's head survived without the body. Ah, that sucks. Oh, a true Bavarian blinder. Ha, my favorite schnapps.
Uh-huh.
What shall we do to a drunken Peter? What shall we do to a drunken Peter? What shall we do to a drunken Peter early in the morning?
Right.
Befriend him on Facebook with Edward
yeah.
Snowden. Befriend him on Facebook with Edward Snowden. Befriend him on Facebook with Edward Snowden early in the morning.
Yeah. I'm gonna go on record now and say this is not okay. Picked up. Even the most stupid player. Okay.
Go away! Go away!
Right, I don't know what to do. Yeah, yeah. Okay, ordinarily I would have left this video right there where I died, but I can't. I can't let this go. Back into the breach. I've gotta get further. Right, we were a bit more prepared for everything this time, so I was able to have a bit of... Oh. This again. Can't move while this shit's going on. Yeah, I had to see more. God help us all.
It was a low voltage spark. I could override the security system.
What was that?
Now all I need is a piece of wood or another lever to trigger the switch.
Things just happen without my knowing what's happening. Some of the planks reinforcing the ceiling here look pretty loose. Okay, well. You want me to shoot them? Okay, we got the wood. Right.
I did it! Hail Anderson!
Skill acquired, right. Ivan says even the Beretta has a melee attack. Ah, that would have been handy to know last time. Press Alt to trigger it if you're out of ammo. Well, I'm hitting it. Oh god, it didn't work. Okay, let me just try hitting everything. Oh, no, that's not the thing. Aha! Okay. Okay. Picked up a what? Oh, hello. Okay, that was that. Okay, where do we put a battery? Right. I'm gonna be honest, like I see no humor in it either, that's the problem. You know, this isn't like Deadly Premonition where there's like real sense of heart and everything to it, and some genuine sense of, if not quality, a respect for the player. At $10 and this, there's no respect there. Where's the love? Where's the art? Where's the art in creating shit? That's what I want to know.
Sam, I wish you could see what I see.
Pete! Are those
I've done all
gunshots?
that.
What are you doing there?
This is madness.
You were right. This guy was founded by Uncle Sam himself.
Really? Get some proof for that. And then the hell out of there! But check for a second exit.
Oh,
There's
the
some
true
activity
Bavarian
outside.
blinder.
Hunters never eat yellow snow. Oh god, I drunk it, didn't I?
What shall we do to a drunken Peter? What shall we do to a drunken Peter? What shall we do to a drunken Peter early in the morning?
Every time I press... Oh, no, loads of stuff.
Spoiler him all Game of Thrones, then spoiler him all Game of Thrones, then spoiler him all Game of Thrones, then early in the morning.
Become paper with government signature and get out. Definitely look up right. Stuff. It's just painful to read. I don't want to even read it. Did I get a key or not? Okay, so I had to reload because for some reason shit just wasn't picking up properly to get this thing. But we've done it now. Allegedly, we should be able to blow up a thing with it. We'll find out. But what happened last time I tried it, I died because I was too near it, even though I didn't think I was near it at all. It's probably not what you're supposed to do. But I tell you what, I'm never going to play this again, so I feel like I've won. Bye.